Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for One Piece Chapter 971. We've had a 2-week break, so I'm excited to see what we get. It's called Chapter 971, Sentenced to Boil, so I don't think this flashback arc is going to be over yet. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like this big climactic final thing. It's like the sentencing will happen here, but then more stuff will happen in the coming chapters. So yeah, I've really liked this flashback arc. And I'm just excited to see where it keeps going, so let's go ahead and start reading. We're starting off with, of course, the Gangbeges Oh My Family cover story, Volume 20, Keep Going, Godi, it's all up to you. You know, it's crazy, 20 volumes, this one's been going on for a while. Don't eat that, Momonosuke, it hasn't been tasted for poison yet. Mother, why is my life in danger? And we have the one guy eating it to test. Because your father is a great man, and you are meant to one day carry this nation on your shoulders. It's safe for you, Lord Momonosuke, Lady Hiyori. Mother, is it true that today father will be... And he starts crying. Brother? We're seeing the boiling pot. Okay. The public execution of Kozuki Oden and his 9 vassals will begin momentarily. Hurry, it's not every day you get to see a boiling. It only takes a second because they use oil. We don't want to miss this. So, he couldn't beat Kaido in the end, even for a fool of a lord. I thought his strength was the real deal. So, what was he good for anyway? And now we see Kaido and Orochi laughing. Oh, it makes me so mad because now I have such a reason to care about these characters. At least we know that most of them make it. I request that you give me a chance. It is imperative that I survive. Alright. Into the pot already. No more jokes. Don't beg for your life now. And he is mega tall there. And Oden, it looks like he, did he step to the side or is the guy just a dunce slipping in? It looked like he went to poke. Yeah, it just looks like he's a dunce slipping in. Because I was going to say, is it one of those situations where he went to poke him and Oden stepped out of the way and he falls? But no, it just looks like Oden doesn't move at all. The guy just falls on his own. What the? Blah, and we see the guy boiling. Help, help me. No, stay away. And just from his foot touching it, he wobbles over and burns. All 10 of us will enter the pot together. If any of us withstand the boiling for the amount of time you agree upon, please, let them go free. Lord Oden, what is this? Says Kawamatsu. Withstand? This is an instantaneous death sentence, mwahaha. Go get a clock to count time. Yes, sir. You have 1 hour. Worororo. Let's see you last that long. It's enough time to get lightheaded in the bath. Of course, because Kaido would also know... Like where Orochi's like, oh, it's an instantaneous death sentence. Kaido would know that he survives basically anything, so... Do I have your word on that? Of course. He still just won't give up. Can you make it quick? I've got errands to run. Pathetic to the very end. And then Oden hops in, starts screaming. Don't let our lord go alone. After him. And we'll meet again in the afterlife. All of you, get on top of the plank. And Oden holds them above the oil. Jeez. Going out like a goat. Huh? No, Lord Oden, stop this. It ought to be the other way around, Lord Oden. Lord Oden. We should be the ones to hold you up. Shut up and stay there. This is an order. Lord Oden. Hey, what's going on? His vassals aren't even touching the oil. But all 10 of them are within the pot, it's true. Very entertaining. Well done, Oden. And Kaido's praising him. He's holding up 9 great big men on his own. That would take incredible physical strength already. But to do it while standing and boiling oil. I like how they're making this even more impactful than just a normal death would be. Lord Oden. And of course Shinobu's watching on. We got the clock ticking away. Lord Oden, put us down. What's the matter? It hasn't even been 1 minute yet. And we have time ticking away. the people watching, the Oniwaban there. How strong can one man's skin be? We're seeing the flames. I feel as though the heat alone is going to bake me alive. Stop whining, Raizo, or I'll really give you something to complain about. All we gotta do is stand here. Don't move, Cat. Shifting the weight will weigh on him below. Jeez, that's gotta be terrible for them, too. And we see all the blood coming out of Odin. 4 minutes pass. I heard it was only supposed to take a second. This is surprisingly boring. I thought he'd be screaming and dying in agony and such. I'm gonna get going now. I can't waste any more of my time on this fool of a lord. And Shinobu looks pissed. How dare you call him that? Say it one more time and I'll end your life. What's that woman doing? Look out, she's got a sword. A kunoichi. Stop. You are the fools. That's Shinobu, Captain. And we see the Oniwaban again. What's Shinobu doing? Why is she making a scene? Who do you think has been ensuring that you all live in peace? If you lose Lord Odin now, you'll all come to understand you'll know just how much misery he kept at bay. Right? Orochi is no shogun, or even a dictator. Orochi doesn't want to rule over a populace. If you ask me, every single person in this land is guilty of persecuting the Kurozumi clan. I don't care if every last one of them dies. Okay, and now we're seeing what happened in that meeting. I took the shogun's throne to drive this country into ruin, to complete my vengeance. So he isn't even a power-hungry ruler that wants all that. He just wants to destroy it all for vengeance. Years ago, my grandpa committed a crime and was forced to commit seppuku. Our clan fell into ruin, and that was one thing. But then the rest of the family left behind was chased and terrorized by strangers who claimed they were performing justice. They beat us, threw us in the river, killed us. I was so terrified of the mob of fools that I couldn't sleep. The man who committed the crime was long dead at this point, the bloodline of the daimyo killer. Apparently even a child can be a criminal if he happens to have the name Kurozumi. So, everyone in Wano is a target for my vengeance. You will reap what you've sown. I actually really like Orochi's reasonings as a villain here. Then, from a room in the back, he produced a tribute for Kaido, a great stock of weapons, and many hundreds of kidnapped people. They'll be sold, tortured, or killed. Once handed over, their lives would be finished, their fate sealed. Lord Odin was furious, but then Orochi made a suggestion. You want to stop the kidnapping, but if you go to war against us, you'll lose far more than you bargained for. The enemy was an agent of vengeance, with no interest in the good of the country. It was clear that more would be lost than just the question of victory or defeat. So Lord Odin chose to accept Orochi's offer. If he made a public dance in the buff at the same time every week as an apology to the Kurozumi clan, then he would lose all of his standing, but he would save 100 lives with each dance. He trusted their promise that 5 years later they would agree to sail away from this country when they were done building their ships. So, he traveled from region to region every week, making certain that nothing had changed. For all of these years, Lord Odin has been protecting this land. So tell me again, who are you calling a fool of a lord? And that's where we end. Alright, I really liked it because, again, I think the execution of Odin was something that it's like, oh, they're just going to execute him and we know that he dies or whatever. But I like that they're making it more impactful by adding in the 9 red sheaths sitting on top of the plank that he's holding. I really, really like that. And I get this sad feeling, once the hour ends or whatever, he falls and then the plank falls onto the top of it like a top to the pot. But we'll see. It's so sad though, and I want to see what happens with the rest of them, because we know that some of them were sent 20 years into the future and some weren't. So I want to see what happens with the rest of them after this, and how Kaido and Orochi are going to react to this. I like Orochi's backstory and his reasoning for wanting to be the villain that he is, and that it's not some simple thing that we've seen before of, oh, they just want to be king of this island, like we've seen people who want to be kings of islands before, but that it's all just revenge. He became the leader of this island in order to destroy it for revenge. So I do think that's a different, interesting thing for the main villain there. So yeah, I enjoyed it. A little bit short, actually, after the break. Usually they're a little bit longer, or the art is really crazy. But yeah, this one seemed like a pretty normal chapter. I enjoyed it, though. I, again, have really been liking this story in general, though. But I'm going to end this here, not ramble on too much. Like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this week's chapter, what you thought of my thoughts and reaction and all that. Subscribe for more. One Piece, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel, or talk to you there. If you'd like a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us on Discord, just ask and I can give you a link. And if you, losing my train of thought here. If you want to help support the channel on Patreon to help keep things going, it's patreon.com/Haku of the tubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, big thank you for watching. And also, I forget if I just said it or not, but if you want a link to our Discord server, just ask. Free and open for anyone. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.